Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video from our channel, Service. Today, and in these recent weeks, we lost some truly special lights whose smiles, songs, and stories brought so much warmth and inspiration into our lives. In this gentle space of remembrance, let us quietly celebrate the beautiful memories they gave us and the legacies that will live on in our hearts forever. Legendary American singer-songwriter Neil Sedaka passed away at the age of 86 in Los Angeles, California. He had been feeling unwell that same morning, so his family quickly took him to the hospital. Sadly, he passed away peacefully later that afternoon. His loved ones described the passing as sudden and unexpected, leaving everyone who knew him in deep shock and sorrow. With heavy hearts, the family shared an official statement. Our family is devastated by the sudden passing of our beloved husband, father, and grandfather, Neil Sedaka. A true rock and roll legend, an inspiration to millions, but most importantly, at least to those of us who were lucky enough to know him, an incredible human being who will be deeply missed. Neil Sedaka is survived by his devoted wife, Liba, with whom he shared more than 60 beautiful years of marriage, his daughter Dara, his son Mark, and his 3 beloved grandchildren. At this time, the official cause of death has not yet been announced. The family has asked for privacy during this difficult period, while they remember the man who filled their lives with music and love. Neil's memory will live on forever through his timeless hits that still touch hearts around the world. Songs like Breaking Up Is Hard to Do, Laughter in the Rain, Calendar Girl, Oh Carol, Bad Blood, and so many others continue to play on radios, in homes, and in the hearts of fans of every age. His bright melodies and warm voice had a special way of bringing hope, joy, and comfort during both happy and difficult times. For more than 7 decades, Neil created music that felt personal and uplifting, making ordinary moments feel brighter and more meaningful. Even in his later years, he remained full of energy and gratitude, always ready to sit at the piano and share a song. He was not only a legendary artist, but also a humble, kind-hearted family man who stayed true to himself, no matter how famous he became. His incredible career showed the world that real talent, combined with genuine warmth, can create something that lasts forever. Though we have lost Neil Sedaka today, his beautiful songs will keep playing and spreading happiness for generations to come. They will remind us of young love, sweet memories, and the simple power of music to heal and connect people. His gentle spirit and joyful melodies will always be part of our lives. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Robert Duvall was one of Hollywood's greatest actors. He brought depth and truth to every role he touched. He won an Oscar for Tender Mercies. He played iconic Tom Hagen in The Godfather. He was Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore in Apocalypse Now. He starred in Lonesome Dove. His career spanned over 6 decades with unforgettable performances. In every film, he became the character completely, showing quiet strength and real human emotion. But Robert Duvall was more than a list of legendary roles. He was an actor who believed in simplicity, discipline, and emotional honesty. While many performers chased fame, Duvall chased truth. He once said that acting was not about showing off. It was about listening, understanding, and living inside the character. That philosophy shaped every performance he delivered. Born on January 5, 1931, in San Diego, California, Duvall grew up in a military family. His early life was structured and disciplined, qualities that later influenced his approach to acting. After studying drama at the neighborhood Playhouse School of the Theater in New York, alongside future stars like Dustin Hoffman and Gene Hackman, Duvall slowly built his career through stage work and television appearances before making his film breakthrough. His first major role came in 1962 as Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird. Though he barely spoke in the film, his presence was powerful and haunting. It set the tone for what would become a remarkable career. built not on loud performances, but on subtle intensity. In the 1970s, Duvall solidified his place in cinematic history. As Tom Hagen in The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2, he portrayed loyalty and intelligence with calm authority. In Apocalypse Now, his performance as Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore became instantly iconic, delivering the famous line about loving the smell of napalm in the morning. Yet, even in larger-than-life roles, Duvall never lost the grounded realism that defined him. His Oscar-winning performance in Tender Mercies remains one of his most respected works. Playing a struggling country singer seeking redemption, Duvall gave a deeply personal portrayal filled with restraint and vulnerability. Critics praised the performance for its authenticity, noting that he allowed silence and stillness to carry emotional weight. Over the decades, Duvall continued to take on complex characters in films such as The Apostle, The Great Santini, Open Range, and Secondhand Lions. Whether leading a film or supporting others, he brought credibility and depth to every project. Directors valued his commitment. Co-stars admired his generosity and focus. People loved him most for being a humble craftsman. He was passionate about acting, but uninterested in celebrity culture. He loved his quiet life on his Virginia farm with family. He preferred the simple things, riding horses, spending time with loved ones, and staying true to himself. Away from Hollywood's noise, he found peace in routine and reflection. Robert Duvall passed away peacefully on February 15, 2026, at the age of 95. He died at home in Middleburg, Virginia, with his wife Luciana by his side. According to close sources, there was no formal service, as per his wishes. He had always valued privacy and simplicity, even in his final moments. Actors and fans around the world shared warm tributes, calling him a true chameleon of an actor. Many described him as a master of quiet power, someone who could command a screen without raising his voice. Younger generations of performers credited him as an inspiration, saying his work taught them courage, patience, and emotional honesty. His work continues to inspire. It shows the power of quiet strength and storytelling. His films will keep teaching new generations how to feel deeply and live honestly. In every role he touched, Robert Duvall left something lasting. Not just performances, but lessons about humanity itself. Robert Carradine was a beloved actor from a legendary Hollywood family. He had a warm presence and memorable roles across decades. Born in 1954, he grew up surrounded by performers, yet he always brought his own quiet gentleness to every part he played. He started his career early and appeared in The Cowboys with John Wayne in 1972. That early role showed his natural talent and kind heart. He became iconic as Louis Skolnick in the Revenge of the Nerds series. People loved him as the smart, good-hearted leader who stood up for the underdogs and proved that kindness and intelligence can win the day. He acted with his brothers Keith and David in The Long Riders. The film felt extra special because the real family bond shone through on screen. Later, he played the caring father Sam McGuire in Lizzie McGuire. Families watched together and felt comforted by his steady, loving presence. He also gave sincere performances in The Big Red One and many other films and television shows. In every role, he stayed honest and real, never overacting, always touching hearts with simple truth. People loved him most for his gentle and approachable nature. He had quiet humor that made everyone around him feel at ease. He stayed very close to his family as a devoted father, grandfather, uncle, and brother. Colleagues admired his kindness on set. He would always take time to listen, offer a soft word of encouragement, and make new actors feel welcome. Even through personal challenges, he showed dedication to his craft and to the people he loved. That quiet strength and warm heart is what everyone remembers most. On February 23, 2026, Robert passed away at the age of 71. He died by suicide after battling bipolar disorder for nearly 20 years. His family released a heartfelt statement expressing profound sadness. They called him their beloved father, grandfather, uncle, and brother, and a beacon of light to everyone around him. They hoped his story would help raise awareness about mental health and reduce stigma. They asked for privacy as they grieved. In the days since, co-stars and fans have shared warm tributes, highlighting his talent and good heart. Many said he made every set brighter just by being himself. His legacy lives on through the laughter he brought in his comedies and the quiet strength he showed in life. Whenever we watch his films, we smile and feel a little kinder. His life reminds us to hold our loved ones close and to speak openly about our struggles, so no one feels alone. Willie Colón was a pioneering force in salsa music. He blended heart, rhythm, and social spirit. He was a trombonist, singer, and bandleader. He was key in Nuyorican salsa. He made over 40 albums that sold millions. He had the legendary collaboration Siembra with Rubén Blades. He was Grammy-nominated and an activist who used his music to speak for his community. People loved him for being bold yet warm. He had the El Malo persona with real compassion. He stayed deeply connected to community and culture. His songs made people dance, think, and feel proud of their roots. Willie Colón passed away at the age of 75. His family announced it with profound sadness. No cause was given. Tributes quickly poured in, honoring him as the architect of urban salsa and one of Latin music's most important visionaries. Musicians and fans said his music will keep people dancing and remembering where they come from. His music keeps dancing in our hearts, celebrating life and roots. Whenever we hear his songs, we feel alive, connected, and full of spirit. But to understand why Willie Colón meant so much to so many, you have to return to the South Bronx of the 1960s. It was a place of struggle and resilience, where Puerto Rican families fought to preserve identity while building new lives in America. Out of crowded streets and vibrant block parties came a sound that was raw and honest. Willie Colón became one of its strongest voices. Born to Puerto Rican parents in New York City, he grew up surrounded by Afro-Caribbean rhythms and the daily soundtrack of barrio life. The trombone became his signature instrument, bold and commanding. While others polished traditional Latin sounds, Willie embraced something grittier. He mixed Afro-Caribbean roots with the energy of urban New York, creating a style that felt immediate and real. When he joined Fania Records, salsa was still finding its form, but Willie Colón did not simply participate in the movement. He helped shape it. His early album, El Malo, introduced a tougher image and sound. The bad guy persona reflected both street culture and social commentary. Behind the swagger was a musician deeply committed to telling his community's truth. His collaboration with Rubén Blades marked a turning point. Together they released Siembra, one of the best-selling salsa albums of all time. Songs like Pedro Navaja combined storytelling with irresistible rhythm. The album proved that salsa could be thoughtful and political while remaining powerful on the dance floor. Willie's arrangements added drama and cinematic intensity, elevating every lyric. Over more than 4 decades, he recorded over 40 albums and collaborated with legendary artists. He experimented with jazz, gospel, and socially conscious themes, while keeping his signature brass-driven sound. His music was energetic, but also reflective, encouraging listeners to think about identity, justice, and pride. Beyond music, Willie Colón was an outspoken advocate for Latino rights and community empowerment. He believed artists had a responsibility to uplift their people. Whether through public service, activism, or cultural leadership, he remained connected to the neighborhoods that shaped him. When news of his passing broke, tributes came from around the world. Musicians called him a pioneer and visionary. Fans remembered electrifying performances where entire audiences sang along as one. His influence extended beyond charts and awards. It shaped cultural identity. Willie Colón's legacy lives in every horn section inspired by his sound, in every dancer who moves to salsa with pride, and in every young artist who believes music can carry both rhythm and meaning. He showed that culture can evolve without losing its roots. As long as the congas beat and the brass rises, Willie Colón's spirit will remain alive in the rhythm. Eric Dane was a charismatic
an
actor.
actor,
His
a
roles
father,
brought intensity
and now a
heart
person
to the
living with
screen.
ALS. For over
He
a
was best
century,
known as
ALS
Dr.
is
Mark Sloan on Grey's Anatomy. He played Cal Jacobs in Euphoria. He also appeared in Burlesque, X-Men: The Last Stand, and many more films and shows. He gave every character depth and real emotion. People loved him most for being a devoted family man. He was brave in sharing his health struggles. He stayed warm and supportive to colleagues. He faced every challenge with courage and grace. Eric Dane passed away at the age of 53 after battling ALS. He died surrounded by his wife and daughters. Family and co-stars paid heartfelt tributes. They said his strength and love inspired everyone around him. His courage and love endure, inspiring strength in facing challenges. He showed us how to live with dignity and hold our loved ones close. To understand Eric Dane's impact, you have to look beyond the headlines and remember the journey that shaped him. Born Eric William Dane in San Francisco, he grew up with a quiet determination that would later define his career. Acting was not handed to him easily. He worked steadily through small television roles in the 1990s, building experience and resilience. Shows like Charmed and Gideon's Crossing gave him early exposure, but it would take years before the role that changed his life arrived. When he joined Grey's Anatomy as Dr. Mark Sloan, everything shifted. Introduced as a confident, charming plastic surgeon, his character quickly became a fan favorite. Audiences saw more than good looks and witty lines. Through Eric's performance, they saw vulnerability, regret, humor, and growth. Dr. Sloan evolved into one of the most emotionally layered characters on the show. His friendships, especially with Derek Shepherd and Callie Torres, and his journey into fatherhood, revealed Eric's ability to balance strength with softness. Viewers connected deeply because he made the character feel human. Even after leaving the medical drama, Eric refused to be defined by a single role. His portrayal of Cal Jacobs in Euphoria demonstrated a completely different range. The character was complex, troubled, and morally conflicted. Eric approached it with honesty, never shying away from the uncomfortable layers required. Critics praised his performance for its intensity and emotional realism. In film, Eric continued exploring diverse roles. In X-Men: The Last Stand, he stepped into the world of superheroes, showing his versatility in action-driven storytelling. In Burlesque, he brought charm and dramatic presence alongside music and spectacle. No matter the genre, he committed fully, grounding each role in authenticity. Beyond his professional achievements, those closest to him often described a man deeply committed to family. His wife and daughters were his center. Friends spoke about how he prioritized home life, despite a demanding career. He valued simple moments, family dinners, school events, quiet evenings away from cameras. When he publicly revealed his ALS diagnosis, he did so with remarkable honesty. ALS is a devastating neurological disease that gradually weakens the body. Many in his position might have retreated into privacy, but Eric chose openness. By sharing his condition, he raised awareness and encouraged conversations about the realities of living with the illness. His courage inspired not only fans, but also others facing similar battles. Co-stars described him as protective and generous. On set, he was known for lifting others up, offering encouragement, and creating a sense of safety for fellow actors. Tributes following his passing reflected those qualities. Words like kind, strong, funny, and loyal appeared again and again. Eric Dane's legacy lives on through the characters he brought to life. Dr. Mark Sloan remains one of television's most beloved figures. Cal Jacobs stands as a testament to his fearless range. His film performances continue to resonate with audiences, discovering them for the first time. More importantly, his life stands as a reminder of resilience. He faced illness with transparency and dignity. He stayed devoted to his family until the end, He demonstrated that true strength lies not just in physical power, but in emotional honesty and love. Though his passing leaves a void, his work ensures that he will not be forgotten. Every episode streamed, every film replayed, every scene that makes someone laugh or cry keeps his spirit present. Eric Dane showed us how to live fully, love deeply, and face adversity with grace. His story continues to inspire long after the final curtain fell.
Jesse Jackson was one of the most influential civil rights leaders in modern American history. A powerful speaker, organizer, and political activist, he spent more than 5 decades fighting for racial equality, economic justice, and human rights in the United States and around the world. Born on October 8, 1941, in Greenville, South Carolina, Jackson grew up in the segregated South. His early experiences with discrimination shaped his lifelong commitment to justice. As a young man, he became involved in the civil rights movement and worked closely with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. During the 1960s, Jackson played an active role in major campaigns for voting rights, desegregation, and economic opportunity. After King's assassination in 1968, Jackson continued the work through the organization Operation Push, People United to Save Humanity, which later became the Rainbow Push Coalition. Through this platform, he advocated for minority hiring, education reform, and economic empowerment for disadvantaged communities. In the 1980s, Jesse Jackson made history by running for President of the United States. He sought the Democratic nomination in 1984 and again in 1988. His campaigns expanded political participation among African Americans and other marginalized groups. Though he did not win the nomination, his efforts helped reshape the Democratic Party and encouraged broader representation in American politics. Jackson became known for his passionate speeches and ability to connect with everyday people. His message often centered on unity, fairness, and opportunity. He pushed for policies addressing poverty, healthcare, workers' rights, and international human rights issues. Throughout his career, he also engaged in diplomatic efforts abroad, working to secure the release of hostages and political prisoners in various countries. His activism extended beyond race issues to include global peace and justice initiatives. In later years, Jackson faced health challenges, including a Parkinson's disease diagnosis, but he continued to speak publicly and support civil rights causes. His legacy is defined not only by his political campaigns, but by his enduring presence in the fight for equality. Supporters describe him as a trailblazer who opened doors for future generations of leaders. Critics sometimes debated his methods, but few deny his impact on American political and social life. Jesse Jackson's life reflects decades of activism, resilience, and determination. His influence remains visible in today's conversations about voting rights, economic inequality, and social justice. Rondale Moore was a talented young NFL wide receiver. His speed and heart shone on and off the field. He stood out at Purdue University with his explosive plays and big smile. He was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals and later played for the Minnesota Vikings. He was known for his versatility and determination, even when injuries tried to slow him down. Fans and teammates loved watching him run with such energy and joy. People loved him most for being determined and kind. Teammates loved his positivity. He was remembered as a hometown hero from New Albany, Indiana. He always made time for young fans and gave back to his community with a gentle heart. To understand what made Rondale Moore special, you have to look at how he carried himself from the very beginning. Growing up in New Albany, Indiana, he was not just known as an athlete, but as a young man with discipline and focus. From high school onward, his talent was impossible to ignore. He combined rare speed with quick decision-making and an ability to change direction in an instant. Coaches often described him as fearless, despite his size. At Purdue University, Rondale became a national sensation almost immediately. As a freshman, he delivered one of the most electric seasons in school history. His breakout performance against Ohio State showcased his explosiveness and ability to rise to the moment against top competition. Fans admired not only his athleticism, but also the joy he played with.
Every touchdown felt like a celebration of hard work paying off. Despite facing injuries during parts of his college and professional career, Rondale never allowed setbacks to define him. Rehabilitation sessions, long hours in the gym, and quiet determination marked his journey. He remained focused on improving his craft, studying film, and supporting his teammates even when he could not be on the field.
That resilience became one of his defining traits. When he entered the NFL, his transition to professional football showed his adaptability. Drafted by the Arizona Cardinals, he quickly demonstrated his versatility, contributing as a receiver, rusher, and return specialist. His ability to turn short passes into big gains made him a dynamic threat. Later, his time with the Minnesota Vikings continued to reflect his willingness to work hard and contribute wherever needed. Off the field, Rondale's character left a lasting impression. Teammates frequently spoke about his uplifting presence in the locker room. He celebrated others' successes and maintained a calm focus during challenges. Coaches appreciated his professionalism and attention to detail. In his hometown, he remained deeply connected. Whether attending local events, speaking to students, or simply showing up for community gatherings, Rondale understood the importance of representation. Young athletes looked up to him, not just because he made it to the NFL, but because he stayed humble along the way. Rondale Moore's story is one of perseverance, energy, and kindness. His journey from New Albany to the national stage reminds people that talent, combined with heart, creates something powerful. His bright potential and gentle spirit inspire others to chase dreams while staying grounded in gratitude and community. As we remember these 8 special lives, we feel grateful for the joy, music, courage, and love they brought into the world. Their stories remind us how one person can touch so many hearts and leave a lasting light. We hold their memories close and feel thankful for every smile, every song, every role, and every moment they gave us. Thank you for watching this gentle tribute. If this video touched your heart, please like the video, subscribe to Celeb Era for more heartfelt stories, and share to keep their legacies alive. Take care, and remember to cherish every moment.